Everybody, welcome back for another round of Death Stranding. If you enjoy this series, consider pushing those like and subscribe buttons. And now, let's get into the episode.
I'm sure they told you, but this weather station was built before the Death Stranding. Bridges 1 came and fixed it up. Unfortunately, we lost contact with our weather satellites a while back. Interference from chiral clouds. So it's been tough to measure chiralium levels and predict timefall. But thanks to you, this weather station can finally function as intended. You made our jobs easier. Now let us do the same for you. We won't let you down, I promise. Take care.
I see you got the weather station back online. Excellent work, Sam. When a region is integrated into the chiral network, it's also brought closer to the beach, in a manner of speaking. There's a significant impact on chiralium levels, and measuring that impact is one of the Cupid's primary functions. The more we know, the more accurately we can determine where to expect timefall and when. Without the chiral network, we'd be left guessing. Oh, and thanks to your latest accomplishment, you can now review the weather forecast via your cufflinks. Check your map. You'll see. Ought to come in handy when you're planning routes. I'll keep an eye on the chiral density from right here in my lab. It's not too far from South Knot City. Keep processing those orders and you'll put that region on the grid soon enough. Good luck, Sam.
Good work, Sam. That's one more site on the grid. Keep it up and we'll be finished before you know it. The weather station's forecast should be visible to everyone on the chiral network now. Yourself included. You can access them via your cufflinks. It could be useful when plotting your routes.
Good work. New order available.
Alright, so now we get two new main missions, but before that, I kinda wanna tease you about something. Did you hear what Mama said? That was the woman that was talking to us. She said, and it went kind of unnoticed that she said that whenever you connect something someplace to the chiral network, to the UCA, it actually goes closer to the beach. That is gonna be hugely important at the very end of the game for explaining stuff that is happening. For now, though, I'm just teasing you about it. You'll find out what I mean at the very end. Alright, let's go take some main missions. Unfortunately, we cannot rest here. This is not a one of those large distribution centers, but if I remember correctly, one of the orders, yes, it is constructing a safe house. So we are gonna construct a safe house and then we can rest in there. So I'm not gonna do this one now. I'm first gonna just build a safe house. Although I actually could take it, it's not too heavy. Yeah, sure. Give me that as well. Why not? Let's take both of them. Alright, so this order involves heavy cargo. Completing on foot may prove difficult. Use of a floating carrier is recommended. Accept the order regardless. I think we can do this.
We've added a timefall shelter option to your PCC. They're perfect for keeping you and your cargo dry until the weather improves.
Alright, so now, what are we gonna need?
Congratulations, Sam. Your PCC's leveled up, so to speak. It now has the capacity to produce more complex structures. I'll let Mama fill you in on the details.
It also costs...
I've added a safe house schematic to your PCC. It's a fairly large structure, so it'll take a lot of time and materials to build. But once complete, it's pretty much identical to a private room. Give it a shot.
Oh yeah, that's something significant I forgot to tell you about. It doesn't just take one PCC level 2 to build some buildings like a safe house. You actually need materials like metals and ceramics in them. So that's actually the most difficult part of building one of those. And that's why they are super viable. And you're gonna see whenever we encounter a safe house, there's gonna be like thousands of likes on it because everybody thinks they're super important and they are correct. Alright, so let's see. I think I already have one. Yes, as part of the mission.
A floating carrier is a kind of tractor car. Chiral crystals keep it suspended in midair, allowing it to move unimpeded over rough terrain. You can load one up with cargo and tow it to your destination with minimal effort. If one's not enough for your needs, you can hook it up to another and take two. Just keep in mind that carriers require a steady supply of chiral crystals to operate. Make sure you have enough to get where you need to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna avoid them unless I really need them. So I think we have everything we need. Let me just quickly review what we got. Alright, so Sam right now is carrying way too much. Way too much. We need to operate our floating carrier.
Weather forecasts can now be viewed via your cufflinks. Should come in handy when you're on the road.
So let me actually just demonstrate the new things we got here. You can press in on the right stick and have it display the weather forecast. You see those blue regions? That's Timefall. And if I press up, I can see how it moves up to half an hour. So this is now. This is half an hour. It's not a lot of difference where we are right now, but if you look at the snowy mountains, you can see how much of a difference 10 minutes can make. In any case, let's deploy the floating carrier right now. Now, one thing to know about floating carriers is you actually have to drop it down, offload it. That's the way it works, and then you can place stuff on it. See, now it's deployed and we can...
Sam, seems like you don't have enough resources to build that safe house. Make sure to take everything we earmarked for you.
Yeah, but first, I have to place things inside this carrier. Alright, so... let's place these, the largest things, I guess, in here and get going. Alright, so now that I've loaded everything up, I'm just pressing X, attaching it to myself, and now we can ride with it. Simple as that, I guess. We just have to go over there and build the safe room. Now you will notice I'm traveling much slower when I have this thing attached to me. That's normal. Oh, and by the way, another piece of advice. You can create 2 or even 3 of them and carry them at the same time by attaching one onto the other. So if you're carrying a lot of stuff, yeah, maybe that's the solution for you. By the way, the things we're carrying, that's the materials we need to build this safe house here.
All right, you've made it. Let's get that safe house built.
You good to go, Sam? First, equip your PCC and select Safe House.
I was gonna tell you all about it, but I guess the game wants to hold our hand. Now I can select the safe house over here. And it's gonna start building. It's gonna take it just a few seconds here.
Sam, you'll want to get those materials over to the safe house sooner rather than later.
Yep, I'm on it. Alright, let's put those materials to good use. Complete structure. Let's put in... oh, special alloys. So, just in case you're wondering, you're not gonna find too many uses for special alloys, but that's one of them. We have just enough. And the game also wants me to give up some of my chiral crystals here. I wonder what would have happened if I didn't have enough. Would the game have provided me with some? In any case, we have enough to build, so let's do that. There you have it. One safe house built. It's always a good idea to build one of those close to one of the prepper stations that don't have a resting place, right?
Thank you, Sam. This safe house will be a boon to countless others in the long run. I'm not just talking about the porters who'll use it as a stopover on the way to the weather station, but the people they help and the people they help. We're all connected to someone else, Sam. But you'll have the honor of being the first person to rest there.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do that. Let's take a quick sleep inside here, and I'll come back.
Your work is great.
Fucking idiot. Thinking you could keep us safe. Man like you. I'd put on that bet. It's just you and me now, baby. That's all I got. I'll keep you safe. No matter what.
I wonder if he's gonna be able to make good on that promise. Alright, now we are well rested and ready to go to our next mission, which is gonna be quite a long way away. We get the benefit of having the chiral network available to us. Always check that when you begin a mission, so you know that this is the furthest you can build stuff. So when I reach this place, I might want to build a generator or something like that. Alright, so let the journey begin, I guess.
Predicting the weather is akin to predicting the future. Some animals have a kind of sixth sense that helps them to avoid danger, but we have something far better. The ability to gather data and act accordingly. Only humans possess this power to plan ahead. We have the capacity to live each day imagining what tomorrow will be like. And our imagination once gave rise to a rich, vibrant culture. But somewhere along the line, we lost sight of tomorrow. We reduced ourselves to animals, focused only on the here and now.
Alright, a little speech there from Mr. Heartman. I'm gonna try to conserve some battery life. Right now we have the power skeleton level 1, which does not last for too long a time. If we upgrade this, and we can upgrade it up to level 3, I think, then it's gonna be a thing of beauty. Oh, somebody built a Timefall shelter there, which means we are probably gonna run into the rain. Oh, something even worse actually. Mules. Yeah. Oh man. And we do have cargo on our back, so now we cannot really avoid getting pinged. I don't know if I could go around this area. Try going through the mountains. Let's try and veer a bit to the left. Hopefully we do not get Timefall as well. I can already see one of them poles there. Those that detect you. Unless that's a coral crystal. Maybe I'm mistaken. Let's see if we can go around it. That will be interesting if we can avoid the mules. You can see they have trucks and everything. Whenever you see trucks, yeah, that's a good sign that you should avoid them, because that's a good indication there's a lot of guys waiting for you. Alright, so I'm gonna try and go this way. Oh, actually we cannot avoid it. Look at that. There's a second mule camp over there. So this is a full stream. They got the whole region covered. Could we actually go that way? That would be interesting. Let me get to high ground and see if that's possible. Like go over the mountains. I don't think we can. Oh man, this is not gonna be easy. A bike would probably have made things easier here. But even if you have a bike, mules can still get to you. They can throw their electrical spears on your bike, and then it effectively disables your bike. Alright, so there's the first pole. Let's see if we can avoid being detected. Although my guess... Oh man, somebody's thing got destroyed here. Which means he was in a fight. Yeah, you can see their poles extend very far. I don't know if you saw that, but they have placed them all along the river. I keep going parallel to the river, hoping we can avoid them. Let's see if we got chiral network coverage. Yeah, just about. So when I get to here, maybe I'll build a generator or something. We'll see. Interesting. I do not see any poles, any radar poles over here. That might mean we are lucky. Is that the case? Let's see. Okay, that's the edge of the chiral network. Oh man, another very important region over here. This spot I'm currently at, this is a very, very interesting spot here. We're gonna be coming through this multiple times during the story. Oh, not a post box. God, no. Give me a power generator. That's what people need. Now, I actually do not really need this right now, but at some point I'm sure I'm gonna need this. This is like a pivotal point in the map because it connects the time farm, whatever is here, which you'll see, and the weather station as well. Alright, let's wait for it to be done so that it recharges my battery. And now the question, can we avoid the mules now that we've crossed the river? I'm gonna try my best to go around them, even go up to those mountains. Never know, maybe that's possible in order to avoid them. Yeah, I think I see another pole there. So if I have to, if I want to avoid them, I have to cut through the mountains. Let's try that. I've never actually gone through this mountainous area here. Might be interesting. Oh man, let's try and zigzag a bit because this is too steep for Sam to handle. Yeah, you can see he's having a tough time, having to brace himself with a hand. I think we got the battery to spare here. Let's try and go a bit faster. Oh, I can hear the rain though. Let's see if we can have the best of both worlds actually. Try and stay out of the rain and also avoid the mules. It is sometimes doable, but you have to be like very specific about the route you take. Okay, hold on a sec, that's too steep. Do I have a climbing rope with me? Unfortunately not. I have a ladder, but the ladder is not gonna go down there. Let's see. Yeah, we could just travel a bit further ahead. And just oh man, the rain comes. Okay. Alright, let's try and make it fast now that the rain is here. Hopefully we can avoid the BTs. Alright, it is over there. So let's try and stick as close to the outside of the rain as we can. By the way, you see the snowy areas up ahead. Later on, when we're gonna encounter snow, snow is like Timefall, like the rain times 1,000, because it is actually water crystallized, right? So you can kind of guess that snow is not good news. All right, Sam, get going. I can actually say we made it fairly unscathed. Made it around the mule territory. By the way, if you can avoid it, stick to roads, do not go through the fields because those slow you down.
All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
You would think it's smart to cut through the fields, but it's actually not. It's actually best to seek out the easiest, most level ground you can find and avoid anything else. Alright, we have arrived then.
Delivering cargo.
Thank you. Bridges has always been so good to us. Amelie was a dear friend in the early days. She saw the value in what we were doing and led the effort to get our farm up and running. We've been waiting a long time to join the chiral network.
Let's have a look at that wheat you brought, shall we?
Well, I'll be. Did you really bring us this much? How on earth did you manage? Oh, bless you.
By the way, you wouldn't happen to know Fragile, would you? If you see her, pass along a message for us. Tell her, thanks for saving our hides. If she hadn't stepped up, South Knots and our farm would have been wiped off the face of the earth. She's a hero. And you can tell her I said so. Oh, right, the network. Think you can get us online?
Alright, so the Timefall Farm is part of our network. And actually, this Timefall Farm is actually a farm that uses Timefall in order to accelerate crops. You know, produce tomatoes by way of aging them very rapidly, if you may, which is very interesting.
So, Sam, you've been run down by mules after they pinged your cargo, right? Well, to help prevent that from happening again, we've upgraded your own cargo scanner. Say you're about to get pinged. If you time it right, you can return the favor and cancel out their pulse with your own. They'll be none the wiser, and you can carry on without worry. Timing is everything, though.
This is actually a very useful upgrade, but it's one of those tricky ones to pull off. So in case you're a new player and need some advice on that, what you need to do is actually let them scan you, pay attention to their to the mule raiders, and as soon as the radar pulse goes out, that's when you need to press your own scanning function. It's like a 1-2 punch.
Thank you. Now to start really using Timefall to our advantage. Our farm will be a world first. Truth be told, we've got some test fields, but without the ability to predict Timefall, the results have been less than stellar. The Timefall around here was fairly regular, so we had a reasonable idea of when to plant and when to harvest. But then the terrorists went and threw everything out of whack. Too many dead, too many craters. Weather became impossible to predict. The network's forecast ought to help us get back on track, thank goodness. If all goes to plan, we'll be able to expand our operation and use Timefall to cultivate whole swaths of land. We'll continue our genetic research too, of course, and see if we can't find a way to help develop a sustainable ecosystem. Hell, maybe we'll even stumble into some answers about the Timefall while we're at it. We got our work cut out for us. But I'm up for the challenge. Thanks again, Sam. You've given us hope for a better tomorrow. I can't wait for the harvest.
That's the way, Sam. Halfway there. You can do it. Huh? Well, would you look at that? You've only just brought the Timefall Farm into the network, and already we've got new orders. May as well make use of the return trip.
Good work. New order available.
Thanks for tuning in for this episode of Death Stranding, everybody. I hope you're having as much fun as I am with this. And if so, consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons. Take care, guys.